This is where his tone, I think his tone is pretty inconsistent. Yeah.
If he developed a little bit of volitional movement on his right side, I think if he could overpower, if his strength could start to overpower that tone, it would really make a difference there. Because his left side's so lovely. But he has a lot of movement, a lot of volitional movement on that side.
Let's see. Let's see. This is a lot of cush. Let's get rid of all this squishy stuff.
Are you complaining? I don't think you're going to have to do those big stretches anymore, baby. Let's see what she has in store for you here. I like your socks. Did you do them?
No.
In my hand-me-down box was some baby tie-dye socks at some point, but I had to give them back.
He was doing a really nice job of putting some weight on open hands.
You guys did therapy outside, didn't you, on Monday?
Not this Monday, but the week before we did.
Because Veronica usually gives me the report, you know.
We were on a little piece of carpet.
Yeah, she has that for
shade.
August.
And he was wearing his white safari hat or desert storm hat with the with
The flap happy.
the flap.
It's like every child in the Bay Area has a flap happy hat, it seems like. We went to this party on the East Bay in a park, kind of like in the Oakland Hills up there. It's like every little child had a flap happy hat. There was a number of children there born by surrogates, which I thought was fascinating. So I guess moms they couldn't conceive. And
they had surrogate moms,
but they
not egg donors.
But no, the eggs were like still considered okay. So the moms were in their 40s, eggs were still okay, and so then they had someone carry their babies. So this friend of mine has like there's 2 or 3 babies in her circle that were born by surrogate moms. I think that's an amazing gift to give to someone else, to let them borrow your uterus.
In your whole body.
Yeah. Yesterday we had to do some notarizing, and this woman had birthed surrogate twins for this couple. She'd had her own set of twins, and then she had a surrogate set. Wow, it's a huge sacrifice. It's a year of your life, more than a year of your life.
Yeah, that is a really big deal.
I have a friend who had surrogate twins for her sister.
Oh, it's amazing.
She was the surrogate mother for the twins for her sister, and
It was her sister's egg.
it was her egg.
Oh, it was an egg
It was
donor.
her egg
And the
but-
husband's.
and the husband's sperm, and then
Look at that nice.
she was the surrogate mom, and then she gave the twins to the sister. But it was really tough for her.
To have twins? Oh, yeah.
Well, to have the twins, but then had to actually
Have to give them up?
was a huge deal. Much more than she thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, maybe she didn't carry the twins. Maybe she just gave her egg. I'm getting the story mixed up.
Regardless, the egg, the body.
Her sister carried mine.
I think that's a great thing to do. If I was younger, didn't have all these responsibilities, perhaps. You're so patient. It's been a while since maybe he's cried a little bit with you because on the mornings, but he doesn't seem to cry very much in therapy anymore.
August.
This is a great tape. I'll just follow along with you. Attempt to do something an eighth of as nice. Oh, hi. You're sleepy. Wake up. So this weekend is like the big round of the major goodbyes. of like our closest friends. It's really hard. My closest friends are they're going to try to come out next summer. They have 3 kids now. Can't see how they'll do it, but we'll see.
Wow.
I think they want to go to Disney World.
Hi, Arkin.
I told them they could take August because then he could get them to the front of every line.
That's right.
But I didn't want to
Arkin,
go.
oh, look at
They'd
you.
have to go without me.
I'm a real Disneyland aficionado.
I went to Disneyland growing up a lot because I grew up there, but you never had to wait 2 hours to go on a ride. You know, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
We used to go on this Lytton night because there was a company called Lytton, and they used to rent out the park. And
then it
my
was-
parents would let my brother and I go free. It was heaven. And we had a Matterhorn thing. That was the biggest ride when we were kids.
No.
I would imagine Disney World's lots
Uh-oh.
of fun. And I think if he was having fun, that's all it would take. But he can't go on very many things because he would need so much help.
Well, I bet you he could do all of the rides
The baby
in
rides.
the yeah. And as a 2.5-year-old, that's all I would take on.
And I'd have to, you hold him, right?
yeah, but
right.
all the rides accommodate adults. All
Oh.
of them.
So that was what would be appropriate for him.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dumbo. I mean, they won't let kids under a certain height go on rides.
I would hope not. But then when the kids get older, there's no adaptive. Either you can handle it or you can't.
Except they make accommodations for special needs kids by letting them go to the front of the line and not.
And the parents, like, if I sat next to him as he gets bigger, I could probably just provide that extra support.
Right.
Because he could sit it in a chair. Yeah, I just need to make sure he doesn't, thrust himself out of the chair.
Like, I don't think he would ever be a great one for the real intense roller coasters, probably.
Probably not. Well, because I don't think it would probably be safe for him.
Right. But I'm not sure it would be motivating for him either. I'm not sure he would ever want to go on them or know that, gee, that's something I really pine after.
Well, right?
He hates them.
Who hates them?
Devin won't go on them.
I loved them as a kid. I don't like them as much anymore. It just depends. I don't like these rides that drop you. I don't
Yeah.
think that's very fun.
No, he won't go on them. So, I mean, it's like, all the kids are different. Not every kid's going to go on.
Right now, he's really into like us lifting him and going wee, wee. But that's new. It took him until just like a month ago, and we don't go very fast. But he thinks that's really fun. So he likes motion, but it has to be very controlled for him still. He likes really bouncy things. Apparently, children with visual impairments tend to like a lot of motion as they get older.
Maybe they could.
It's like so much sensation.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just have to see if he's that way. Big yawn.
Are we boring you?
You didn't get a long enough nap, did you?
Should we go on the peanut?
Oh, that would be nice to
You want
see
the
since,
peanut? Oh, now you're gonna take it out. Okay, just relax again.
the Merced University is a very exciting university. I hope it happens.
What is their projected opening?
2004. They're hoping to have 2 buildings. But it's just the Central Valley is so underserved. The community, the kids.
Where's that face? Where's that cute guy? Uh-huh.
Are you guys, you're part of the Sutter health program? Are you guys Sutter?
Uh-huh.
Because, out to Bates Herrick, my friend works at Herrick, they're having this Hunter group come in.
Oh, God.
The Hunter group was the group that was why I lost my job at UCSF. They closed down outpatient rehab.
really?
It was, the Hunter group came here too, didn't the Hunter
They're a
group was here,
consultant
too?
group. Yeah, but they were the ones who actually took over running UCSF when the merger, around the merger time, was doing so badly. And they were the ones who recommended closure of our outpatient pharmacy.
Really?
So they closed the pharmacy in one day and forgot to worry about all those patients with all those experimental drugs and where were they going to get them. So suddenly patients on all these experimental research projects had nowhere to get their medications. And then they closed rehab without thinking about Where's all these Medi-Cal patients gonna go? Where
I
are all
can't believe
these-
they didn't think about it. They just didn't,
Didn't
come up
plan.
with it.
Where are all these Brown and Tolans gonna go? And most of the Brown and Tolans have been absorbed by CPMC.
This is sometimes where I get my best
Head.
head and fore and upper extremity.
We
pop.
have never put him on the ball like this. This looks, I've never done this. I've never
Oh,
actually
really?
seen you guys do this. This looks really fun.
It's
It
like
also works
riding a
his
horse.
abductor, his adductors.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, he's actually tighter than usual. Sometimes I can get him on this ball and he's just really open.
There's a physical therapist who owns a hippotherapy place in Gainesville, which is an hour away. But she works with very involved children. So I think we'll check her out at some point. Yeah. It could be something like we could drive down there once every 2 weeks or something.
Uh-huh.
If they'll take them, because I know at Woodside they want them to be a little bit higher level. Do you hear kids?
Oh, she's so cute. With a smiley face.
He
He
kind
was
of,
sitting by the window.
he has gray hair.
Uh-huh.
Well, he actually had red hair. He
Ah.
resembles that branch, him, and he resembles my grandmother. If he resembles anyone in my family, that's who he resembles.
There was something about his expression or something right then. I thought that he looked like you. Oh! Oh! He's got a lot of tone in his legs today.
But he was so relaxed when you were stretching him.
I know. You go on your forearms?
Often when I try to play with him, like do things with him, he seems to have a lot of tone in his legs. Or it like kicks in the way I'm doing the activity with
yeah,
him.
that's like
She can't get your pelvis right. He's so cute.
he's got very active legs.
His Clonus. Well, he might like that if he could figure out to jump up. Like he does that in the tub. And then he springs up.
I don't understand. Actually, we're going to do this cruise into the bay.
Just the four of you?
No, it's like a charter boat, and we